Hey there YouTube, I'm Yukitsu, this is Yukitsu Times, welcome to my channel, welcome back to Darkest Dungeon. So this place is pretty brutal is the way it's going here. We've unlocked a whole bunch of these higher level places that we don't really want to be going for right now, since right now our troops are a little bit indisposed with praying and stuff like that. So until we get those guys back, we're going to have to get a new group of people largely leveled up so that they're going to be capable of dealing with situations now that we're hopefully past that point where our guys are going to be in danger. But we do also want to keep the better team available for the boss fight. Now, I do also really want to get these two in the middle here leveled up a little bit here. And the reason for this is those two actually have really great abilities for beating the wheeled boss. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Bringing along Faceaby, which might be a bad idea because he is quite stressed, but you know, hopefully he'll get through that with a good bit of camping. So we're gonna go ahead, grab up all our stuff. As usual, I provision a lot more heavily than I think a lot of people think you need to. We don't have any Vestal, so I'm bringing a couple extra torches. I'm going to bring one medicine. Typically you need quite a few shovels. This should be enough. There aren't a huge number of skeleton key required things in this particular place, so we're going to avoid it for now just because we're bringing along so much other stuff. And yeah, we're going to have to hope that we do okay here. Now, we don't need as much healing as you would think without a Vestal because we do have the guy who has the bleed heal, but hopefully it'll work out for us. Now, because of that, though, we do have a lot of food and we do have one medicine, so we'll see how that works out for us.
I knew all these paths once. Now they are as twisted as my own ambition.
Now, this is an Explorer, and this is a relatively easy one. It's an earlier, it's like a level 1 one as opposed to one of the higher ones, but still, have to be careful. How much damage is this going to be? It's going to be 6. That's not too bad. We're not going to worry about that just yet. Unburned torch. Okay. And let's go ahead and use one of them before we head into this room.
The light.
Alright.
The promise of safety.
Alright, and we gotta fight right away. Okay, so against these guys, I think flashing daggers might be appropriate, but we could also just go for a pick to the face, or I could fish for crits. We have got a lot of sanity issues already, so I'm going to go fishing for crits here. She's got a fairly good crit modifier with this particular move, so let's hope for the best. Nope. Did give her a buff, though, so that is a good thing. Dodging that is also a very good thing. And that is less of a good thing. Because now the groping swipe can, yeah, deal a lot of damage to our leper. I could use Solemnity to hopefully get that back, but we might be better off going for a Hew here, or maybe even Chop to finish off this Fungal Scratcher. This guy does have the worst accuracy as far as I'm aware in the game, but that should be okay here. We're going to already have to use a Willed Reconstruction here. 12 health, but he's bleeding, so not ideal. We're going to go ahead and Barbaric Yop. It's like a 100% chance to stun, basically, or 125 or something like that. Now, this has debuffed her for a little bit, but I think that that's worth it because now their damage is really down the drains. And these marks aren't going to really matter right now. Alright. So, again, this is the guy that's going to have to do the damage here. Not really doing it. Okay, breakthrough might be a good idea here, because we could finish off this Fungal Scratcher. With that damage debuff, she's really doing a lot less. Okay, so let's try Vulnerability Hex. That is a good chance of killing this guy. Of course not. I'm getting pretty bad rolls on the damage here. There we go. That stun really helps, because those guys are quite nasty. Okay, a Vulnerability Hex, since we seem to keep missing... Oh, well, of course that's when we get the crit. Weird. Anyway, Escape Cloud is going to be a real pain. This is a noob team of adventurers, so it doesn't matter too much if they all get killed, in all honesty. So I'm not going to worry horrendously about it. Can continue barbaric yopping against these guys, and that's actually probably a good idea here. Even with the buff, that guy's still quite likely to get stunned by that, so there we go. Fishing for those crits. Only got the bonus on her, though. That's kind of a pain. Okay. I could use Solemnity for the heal, but it looks like I might be better off trying to finish off this guy. Nope, that's a miss. Still stunned. Regaining that buff, though. Still fishing for crits. Getting them. Always nice. Groping swipe on marked target is always a bad thing to see, but we got a chance to use Weird Reconstruction on her. Resists the bleed and heals for 6, so that's a net good. And she's going to do very little damage right now. So at this point in time, it's much more likely that we just want to keep Barbaric Yopping at this thing to keep it stun locked, because she's not going to be doing a whole lot of damage anyway. At this point in time, I can use Solemnity because I can start healing up a little bit. There's only one target, he's stunned. I can keep him relatively perma-stunned and chip away at him with the remaining damage dealers. So that's probably what we're going to try and do here. And this way I can heal up as much as is possible. Resists the bleed again and heals for 3. That's not a great amount, but you know, it's better than nothing. He is stunned once again, so I can finish him off with our Grave Digger, Robber, whatever. There we go. We picked up a free skeleton key. That's quite nice. It's traps. Damn. Okay, did resist that though. That is good. Do we get any scouting? No. Looks like not. So stress is still mounting, and we're not having a great time keeping up on our health, which I'm not that surprised about, honestly. Our healing is not necessarily the greatest. We can get to here relatively safely. Nothing of value. All right. And let's flick on a torch. It's basically you light a torch for every room.
A blazing star is born.
Alright, no scouting. Looks like no scouting. We have to go up here since we do have to explore 90% of the rooms, which is quite a large number of them. But fortunately we encountered nothing too dangerous up there. And we did surprise these guys. Okay. Again, we're going to keep them stun locked where we can, and we're also going to continue fishing for crits. We're going to focus our fire on this Brigand Fusilier where possible. But we're going to Barbaric Yop to keep these guys in stun. And since that is a 125% chance, it basically is like a guaranteed stun. It's pretty great. Okay, keeping this guy topped off is going to be okay. We are going to get hit by an AoE fire from this guy in the back. And let's go ahead and do this. So, come to the front, bastard. Alright, so let's just finish him off, actually. These two are still stunned. Okay, we'll do this just because we've got a lovely chance to get that stun anyway. Even with this debuff, because she's got a 120% chance to stun, it works out quite often that you get that. Alright, and we're going to go ahead and just use Hew here. Just want to cause damage at this point in time. Don't want to focus too much on delaying this out and healing or anything like that. Let's see if we can kill this guy quite quickly. Alright, so this guy's actually going to get a chance to do an attack, which is going to be a bit unpleasant, but it's not a huge amount of damage. Let's go ahead and keep doing this. Her damage right now is incredibly low, so the 1 guaranteed is actually quite nice. No crits, that's fine. Let's see if we can't get... no, we're going to just... actually, if we do this and then we heal with our other guy, that's probably the maximized amount of healing. Looks like we're not going to get that because she's going to be next on the initiative. Let's just go with it.
As victories mount, so too will resistance.
And there's a treasure chest up here. Left luggage, it's also trapped. Everything seems to be trapped. How much is that? That's going to be 6 damage. Not too bad. We're going to be okay with taking 6. I forgot to do a torch, but it looks like we're okay. And we're just at 76 anyway, so just barely fine. There are 2 required shovels up there. We did bring 3. But that represents a lot of a percentage of our shovels for this particular run. Now, we could actually go ahead and open this up. There's a pretty good chance that we would want to use the shovel, because that guarantees that we'll be okay with it, but yeah. No, nothing. Okay. Let's go ahead and flick on a torch. Let's go ahead and eat. It's going to recover everyone a little bit of health, so we're relatively healthy. And we're going to turn around here. I don't want to use up 2 shovels on these blocks here. So, that just means that we will have to guarantee that we do every other room, basically. I think we're allowed to skip a maximum of 3 rooms for a map this size. I think, actually, it might be just 2, even. The way it's configured, there's also a lot of backtracking, which is quite bad. Means that we're going to burn through our torches and apparently our food very, very quickly. So it's a good thing I bought a lot. Got an entire party of fatties here, apparently. Alright, just maggots and spitter. Now, these guys are a little bit more dangerous to this party because our DPSer is someone who can't actually hit Worth Beans, and she's missing as well. That's fantastic. Barbaric Yop, yet again. Just using her as a utility for chain stunning. These guys actually have very, very high stun resist, but she actually has a chance to still stun them. So, ooh. Alright, that worked out well. Let's go ahead and just try and vulnerability hex this maggot. Slight chance that we could have killed it, we didn't, but, you know. Alright, so hopefully we'll get a little bit more damage in this time. Alright, so he's probably going to be stunned, but you know what, that's fine. Oh, he resisted it, that's good. And we want to kill his spitter, because he's the one that can cause the damage. Alright, that's a good amount of our sanity back. And let's just, I'm going to do this even though there's no particular reason to. The reason is I want the sanity back on this guy, so... Of course then he misses, so of course he's going to disappoint me in that way. Alright, you got a chance to redeem yourself. Good. Get your sanity back. There.
A trifling victory.
Perfect.
But a victory nonetheless.
Okay, so again, pick someone who's relatively healthy here. Hero became diseased by the remains. That's going to be 6 damage. Okay, so we'll just have to live with it. This might be a good halfway point for us to start resting, but I don't feel that we quite need to. Yeah, I think we'll just continue moving forward for another room at the very least. This junction might be a good place to rest as well. We do have to light a torch though, so we'll go ahead and do that. I can't believe we've already had to eat twice, which is kind of nonsense, but that's fine. Already been looted. This has been a pretty dry run so far. If we look here, very little treasure. Got 1 portrait bait. This is the... What is going on? Why are you bastards so hungry? Right, well, whatever. Alright, some scouting. Okay, we do need a shovel to go south. We need 2 shovels to go south. Unfortunately, I can't do without going through some of the shovel rooms because we absolutely cannot afford to completely avoid them, so it's a good thing we brought 3 of them, but, you know, I'm glad that I chose not to go through those other ones up top. Sometimes a tree is just a tree. And sometimes a cigar is just a cigar, but that's not what Freud said. Despite being attributed to him, it is quite literally not what Freud said. Alright, so let's head down here. We'll go back up to the junction, and then we'll go left, and then we'll go back, and then we'll see how things are going. But we're a little bit screwed on torches. I should have brought even a few more. One of the things that normally happens is I have like a Vestal, and the Vestal is capable of increasing our light sources without me having to use torches. So that's something that I forgot to accommodate for. This has just been an atrocious run as far as treasure goes, though. I'm kind of surprised. Like, I've rarely seen this little treasure in a run. And this little fight's, though... Oh, there's a fight. Ah. Well, I don't think we're going to get the full thing here, so we're going to go ahead and just be happy with a regular fight. Less chance of ambush, but that's fine. This isn't too tough a one, but Random Blight, very nasty. It's ultimately like 7 damage, so... We are going to continue our strategy of using Barbaric Yop, because it is overpowered as all get out. That is unpleasant, but we did know about it. We're going to try and fish for crits, is what we're going to be doing while trying to kill this backline guy, since we can sort of kill everybody else at our leisure, just by chain stunning them over and over again. Unfortunately, can't do a whole lot here, and I don't need him to heal, so we're just going to attack a Fungal Scratcher. Ooh, nice. Alright, so that actually frees us up to explore other potential options here. But at the same time, I would also love to just chuck another dagger at this stupid guy's face. Okay, we need to start thinking about healing here, so we're gonna give a risky one here. Did that heal 0 and not? Alright, well, whatever. Alright, still stunning them. We can't heal anyone else with this guy, which is very unfortunate, but it is the way it is. Alright, get him down enough and we'll make it a lot easier to continue on with this fight. Okay, so he needs to heal himself more than her, I think, so let's give that a shot. Resists and heals for 5. Okay, not bad. Oops, that's not good. Everyone's being blighted. Stop acting, you two. Alright, resisted with 1. That's not terrible, because we can go ahead and cleave this guy. No problem. Alright, and I guess we're just going to pick to face this guy. Not ideal, because we did take a lot of blight damage there, but what can you do? Finally, some items. Let's see here, we've got a bounty hunter only one. Not a particularly great one. I do prefer a bit of speed on my units where possible. Not necessarily on bounty hunters, though, because then they can go after my occultist, which is nice. Okay, you've got the most health. I'm going to let you do this. You're already blighted anyway. Next time we get blighted, I'm going to have to use my thing, but frankly, right now, we're pretty okay. I can't remember what this actually does. Alright, let's give it a check. Hatred of Eldritch. Okay, that's not bad. Now, one of the things is we could actually relight our torches, but since we can make it back to this room safely, I'm going to do that. Camp. We're going to use up, like, all our food. Hopefully we won't have to eat again, but that is what we're going to be doing. And we've got enough to eat one more time, so feasting here is actually a good idea. Fills everybody up in everything, so that's fine. Okay, we can use Reflection to reduce the stress by 20, which is quite significant, but I want to check to see if there is any chance for us to prevent an ambush here. Let's see. That's a terrible idea. It doesn't look like we've got anyone that can reduce our chances of being ambushed in the night. So we're going to just go ahead and try and make ourselves a little bit better off here all around. This guy, or you, had bandages? Can you not do that on yourself? Looks like she can't. Okay, so... Oops. Let's not do that. Let's have... Plus crit is a nice thing here, so we're going to go ahead and sharpen our spear. We can have you reduce his stress a little bit more. And we could even have you reduce his stress a little bit more. Let's see. Well, improving scouting would be a little bit redundant at this point in time. We could get a tiny bit of health by using forage. Doesn't look like we got anything, so that's going to be our break. We got through a lot of our problems here. Didn't get the food back, so we can't use the extra food to heal up our grave robber, but that's fine. Alright, let's see if... Alright, perfect.
Victory.
No ambush, so we're okay for that. We've still got 4 torches. It's the nice thing about camping, is that it resets your light. Aha! Okay, so what we can do here, throw our medicine in there, and usually get quite a lot of food, so we can use that to heal up our grave robber. There we go. And there's going to be a fight in here, but that's perfectly fine. Still had the plus surprise. Worked. Perfect. I think we can actually kill these quite quickly. My accuracy on this is pretty high, so their high dodge isn't... that did happen. Great. Let's try flashing daggers on these guys. Not very much damage. Not very much damage at all, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and Weakening Curse this one here. Their damage is a little bit too high for me to enjoy that, but yeah, we're spreading around our damage a little bit too much, but there we go. Quickly using Q there, seemed to have worked out just fine. We're gonna pick to the face the Spitter here, or miss, one of the two. Okay, let's go ahead and focus down this one, because I really don't want that one to get to attack. Just one attacking is enough for me. It's gonna use Bite, Stop Lights. It might be a good idea for us to, actually no, we probably don't need to heal that. Got a lovely crit there, that's gonna recover our sanity. And yeah, we should be able to just finish this guy off. There we go. I don't need to worry too much about that little bit of health there.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled.
Still practically nothing. Alright, let's have you talk to the Pristine Fountain. That might reduce your sanity back up to full. Perfect. Alright. There is a trap up ahead, so our Grave Robber is going to be the one to deal with that, most likely. Alright, finally some treasure.
Packs laden with loot are often low on supplies.
I wish you could shovel those. Alright, let's get our light back up here. And we can just barely get in here with a 76%. Alright, got it surprise again. That's the lovely thing about light. I am hearing that there are people doing no light runs or low light runs or whatever the hell, but this just feels so much better. Alright, let's get a Barbaric Yop on these guys. Love this ability. It's just so stupid. Alright, let's go ahead and pull... Actually, no, we don't want to pull those guys up front, because they'll just escape Cloud. Try and finish off this guy quite quickly. Can use Hew here. I think that would be effective. Left that Fungal Scratcher with a tiny scrap of health, which is annoying, but we should be able to kill it with the Vulnerability Hex. Alright, we've got a chance to Barbaric Yop again, which is always fun. Double resisted, perfect. We do want to kill this guy quickly, though, so let's go ahead and just pick him to the face. And a Barbaric Yop will stun the remaining enemies, which would be lovely. Okay. That's unfortunate. That's very unfortunate, but honest... well, we resisted most of the damage, and our sanity was pretty high to begin with, so...
Such a terrible assault cannot be left unanswered.
Okay, now we're just gonna fish for crits a little bit here. This guy's actually got high crit chance out of the gate, but looks like he's just gonna miss instead. Alright. Got the kill, no crit. It's a bit of a shame. Alright, you... Got the kill, no crit. That's okay. Let's see here. Bleeding Pendant, plus 15% to bleed skills and plus 10% damage. We're gonna take all that. This is going to be a great thing for someone else, but for now, let's give it to the Hellion, since it is Hellion only, so... Yeah, I was thinking maybe that would be great on that rogue-ish guy, but it looks like that's not going to be an option for us. Alright, so we got yet another thing to check out here. We might as well do that. Covered in sticky goo, that's going to be minus slow reflexes, yeah. It's very strange that that's such a permanent effect. Not sure what you use to get past that. We're just getting this fight because, again, we want to maximize the amount of items that we could potentially be getting here, so... let's go ahead and use this. Ooh, that was nice. That was very nice. Okay, we're gonna finish these guys off during the surprise round. Alright, well, whatever. It's going to take all the rest of our attacks. It only barely happened, but we did still do it. Alright, so that got us another 550 bucks. So we're actually not too terrible off, but like, this is a very weak haul. This is pretty bad. I guess we got a lot of crests, but either way, we're gonna go ahead and check our map here. We could go to get that one thing, but that would be a horrendous waste of our time, so we're gonna go ahead and click out.
Every cleared path and charted route reduces the isolation of our troubled estate.
Okay, so the survival guide, actually not bad. The minus EXP is not as big a deal, since you don't necessarily want your characters leveling all that quickly. So it is perfectly okay for me to have that. Warren Scrounger. Nymphomania. Interesting. Slayer of Mankind. All positive things. This was a really good run for that. So we're going to need to do at least one more run to get our Hellion up to par, as well as our Grave Robber. He's now a tippler. In town, we'll only drink. Well, you know, I sent him drinking anyway. I think this guy already had God-fearing, so that doesn't really do much. Alright, so we've got our team relatively back up to scruff. Let's go ahead and take this person and level up the abilities that we really want to be using here. This one is a great ability. This one is as well, and this last one here. Hard to say if I want to take this. Blight, 2 points of damage for 3 rounds is not much better than what it already is. And the damage for it is pretty bad. I like having it since it gives me more options, but I think that I'm going to stick with the thrown dagger most of the time. Shadow Fade is a good idea to increase the stun chance on, and it does give her a lot more defensive ability, so I think this is an okay ability to take level up on. We've got plenty of money, so I'm going to just be... I keep forgetting that about this user interface. Okay, so this person as well. We've been using Barbaric Yop a lot because it is a hilariously broken ability. We're going to level it up just because that's sort of what we've been doing here. And we're going to go ahead and upgrade If It Bleeds, because we've got that upgraded bleed chance with that item that we picked up, which is really cool. And we're going to replace, I think, Wicked Hack with If It Bleeds. So this one we can't use if the enemy is right in the front, but we can use Breakthrough if the enemy is right in the front, and we can also use Barbaric Yop, which is usually a better idea. So going for that, and then we can also upgrade their gear now since they're level 2. Or level 1, rather. When they're level 0, they can't... crap. They can't have their gear upgraded, so let's go ahead and do this. There we go. Let's see if we can actually upgrade this even further. We could get to the next level, but we're not taking anyone who's really going to be too worried about that just yet. We could also reduce the cost for the training regimens, but in actuality what we want is one more portrait. One more, really? Alright, so we have tons and tons of the things required to upgrade this stuff, so we're going to go ahead and upgrade our cloister 3 times.
Hope, however desperate, is never
and
worth.
we're going to go ahead and also upgrade the transepts 3 times, because we have got a lot of people who like going there quite often in the law playthroughs. Now, no one's really that stressed, so we don't need to send anybody in there right now. We can check to see if there's anyone... I really like grave robbers in this game, actually, so we're going to go ahead and upgrade our hero barracks.
Great heroes can be found
And we're going to go ahead and recruit Bouchard here, so that's going to be another one of those grave robbers, which I just happen to really think that they're an effective character. We'll save our last slot for a jester if one happens to show up, but in any event, yeah, we've unlocked the boss of the Weald, which... I'm not that happy that we cannot get a fight in the Warrens. I would really like to be able to go there, so we're going to have to go for an Apprentice Purification of the Altars mission here. It looks like it's a medium-length mission, which is fine by me. We'll go ahead and take Vitalis again. We'll take these 2, and I'm actually going to go back here. I forgot one thing. So I don't actually know what Bouchard has. It doesn't actually matter all that much to me. Okay. Yeah, I'm not too worried about those. Anyway, let's just check your abilities here. I don't like Lunge. I would much rather have Pick to the Face with you, so we're going to go ahead and retrain Bouchard a little bit here. And we're going to learn Pick to the Face, and we cannot upgrade any of them, but her other abilities are actually really good. Lunge, I don't like. It is... like, this isn't a character that needs to be at the front, so Lunge is bad in that sense. I would much rather they be a little bit further back. I could also take the time to learn Shadow Fade, even though I probably wouldn't equip it right away. But in this particular case, we're not going to worry about that. Faceaby here, do you have upgraded equipment? Yes, you do. Do you have all your upgraded abilities? It looks like the ones that I primarily use with him are already upgraded, so that's perfectly acceptable. I'm considering, instead of taking Faceaby, taking one of the Vestals instead. But they, you know, it's a little bit... meh. They're kind of already a little bit oversaturated with some stuff. Let's see here. Survival guide might be a good idea for one of our people that we're sending on this particular mission. And you can shuffle around the survival guide quite often, effectively, and that works out quite well. We're going to go ahead and give that to this person here. Actually, no, we're trying to get her levels. So we'll take someone who's a little bit ahead of experience on the experience curve. So Faceaby would be a good choice, or if we brought a Vestal, the Vestal would be a good choice. Kind of want to save the Vestals for the boss, so we're going to take it on Faceaby here. I just love that name. Faceaby is a hilarious name. And since we're already tanking his speed anyway, giving him this might be a good idea. Like, his speed is already so bad. Yeah. Alright, that should be okay. So he's potentially going to lose all our items when he gets killed, but that's fine. Alright. Let's just do one more quick run. And they can actually fight okay from those distances in this middle position here. If we look at them, they're actually both quite good there. You know, it's not preferred. One back would have been even better, but obviously we can't have them both there. And actually, let's make sure that the one with Shadow Fade available is the one that's sort of further forward. We'll take off Poison Dart and activate Shadow Fade for now. Just because even more stun where possible. Now, we do need this stuff for the quest here. Again, we're going to want lots of food. We could take some bandages, but I don't particularly feel the need to. Let's just take one key for now, actually. And this is a lot of gear. In fact, I'm even going to take one more shovel. This is a lot of gear, this is a lot of money that we're spending, but usually it pays off. Okay, so like not often that I come out of these with less money than I started with.
Can the defiled be consecrated?
Okay, so this is a very awkward map layout here. Alright, more torches right away. That's nice. Alright. Traps already. That's unpleasant, but
mechanical hazards possessed
not too
by
bad.
evil intent.
Let's have you picking up stuff for now. Alright. So I'm not really sure which of these directions would be more sensible to take. Corrupted altar, so we need to use this item on it. The altar has been purified. Doing that 3 times is our job. So let's go ahead and... Like, I wish I could actually figure out how to look further up on this map here, but I don't think that you can. We're going to go this way, even though it requires a shovel.
Even the cold stone seems bent on preventing passage.
Yes, it does. Okay, so... Bookshelf. We'll have him do it. He's got a lot of weird quirks. Might as well give him more. Tuckered out. What's that do? Even less damage when he's below 50% health. Well, you know what? He's already got an entire basket case worth of problems, so... Alright, let's get more scouting in. That plus 10% scouting is probably paying off a little bit. Oh man, we already need to use our other shovel. I should have bought 3. And we already have to eat, too. Okay, so we're probably going to have to manually dig through some stuff here, which is going to suck, but, Did I take 3 shovels? I think I may have actually taken 3 shovels. Yeah, I still have a shovel. Okay, I did take 3. Alright, we need to get our light back up. It's up to 78. That'll be enough for us to walk through here. And another altar. Okay, that's going quickly. And we got the surprise. Perfect. Okay, what we want to do is try and get crits. We're just going to fish for them, and it's most effective trying to get these guys up to the front, but the Cultist Acolyte, I think, actually works pretty well up front as well, so hard to say. Crit on this guy is probably higher chance to kill him, so let's go ahead. There we go. Well, I would hope you're done with him. He's already a corpse. What are you going to do to him after that? Alright, let's Barbaric Yacht here. I love that ability. It's so stupid. Alright, let's go ahead and pull you up to the front here. He resisted, drat. Alright, so you can throw a dagger at this guy's face now. Not going to kill him, but that's fine. These guys are relatively quick on their feet, so... There we go, crits. Loving it.
Well struck.
Okay, so these guys, both stunned, that's fine. Can use pick to the face now, it's a little bit more consistent damage. And the crit chance on it isn't terrible, so it's worth using just for the DPS. Okay, so let's go ahead and vulnerability curse the one in the back there. And what we can do here is just continue doing this, even though it's very unlikely to stun them again. It's still pretty likely to stun them again. Like, it's only plus 20% resist, 40% resist, actually. I think it's actually stacking is the problem, but let's go ahead and pick him in the face.
Falls, a faint hope blossoms.
Lots of stun stacking, lots of crit chance. This is pretty great. Alright, and pick to the face as well.
Give them no quarter.
Alright. That worked out pretty darn well. Alright, altar purified. Alright, and traps should not be a problem if we've got the scouting done, so this should be pretty okay. Let's see if we can't find ourselves even more treasure. I would love for one of these to be a painting, because I just need one painting. Interesting, we got some holy water, which is potentially nice. Alright, and we've got scouting all the way up to the top here. Another barricade! Holy crap. This has been pretty brutal. Alright, we got a key, so we don't want to use our shovel, obviously. That should be pretty obvious. 1,300 bucks, that key paid for itself. Okay. And all these shovels have certainly paid for themselves. Alright. Alright. This place, we're gonna have to do a lot of backtracking. So it might have been even... Okay, we're gonna confession booth this guy because there's a chance that he'll feel better or get rid of one of his traits. We'll use the holy water to... Oh no, I forgot. That always makes it that. I thought it always made it removes a trait for some reason. I was thinking of something else. Shoot. Oh well. Yeah, there's a chance that that'll remove his traits, but there's also a chance that it'll just increase his stress. I wouldn't have minded all that much if his stress increased. We're just gonna use this here. There we go. And let's flashing daggers you guys again. Oh, really? Alright, well. There we go. Good dodge there. And this bone rabble is irritatingly still alive with like 1 hit point. I should probably use a heal on her, just the bleeding one, which is fine. Flashing daggers is still good here, actually. It's a good ability, I stand by it. Resisted bleed, healed for 8. Perfect. Okay, let's throw a knife at the rabble, see if we can kill him. Nope. Almost. The accuracy boost of course, is also quite nice. Alright. Graveyard Slash is quite a lot of damage, but we're not going to be too worried about that. Alright. Yelled at someone and he died. Perfect. There we go. Alright.
As victories mount, so too
we've got enough that we can go through this door without any problems getting this fight here. Alright, we've managed to surprise them, which is always a good thing. I do want to kill this bone soldier quite fast, because we can keep chain stunning the guy up front, which is going to be our strategy for him. I feel as though we could kill the bone soldier with flashing daggers, but I don't want to rely on that, so we're going to go ahead and use this. Okay, and we'll be able to barbaric yacht to stun these two, and then pull this guy up to the front, so that's going to be our strategy here. So now he can no longer Tempting Goblet, he can only use Knife in the Dark, which is a very bad move, by contrast, and we can continue barbaric yapping at them. Contemplating going for crits still. The damage on this is not bad anyway, but let's go ahead and try and kill this Arbalest, because he's got those crits as well. And he's a little bit more delicate, so we can probably kill him faster. Alright, still up. That's unfortunate. He's got 3 hit points left. We can go ahead and try to pull him, because that's a little bit higher damage. There we go, okay. Alright, so another barbaric yacht for these guys. Just try and keep them stunned as long as possible. We got a chance now to do a little bit of bleed healing, which is not the most reliable or fun kind of healing, but it is healing. And we can just keep chucking knives at this guy. That's not good. We're going to lose one of our stuns, but let's keep at it. Yeah, so unless it times up correctly, we're not going to get that back. That's not good. Okay, so she's got... she didn't actually heal anything, basically, is how that worked. Let's see if we can't kill this guy soon. Yeah, stun goes off there. Not really worth bandaging that. So let's go ahead and try and kill this guy. We should be able to kill him before his turn comes back up. Or we'll just stun him again. This is so cheap. This is such a dumb thing. Alright. Kill you. And we want to continue on healing a little bit. Resisted and only healed 2, but that's still a net, so she's fine now. I don't feel like we need to do any more of that. Alright. Pardon my reach. Alright, that was a lot of money.
That overconfidence is a slow and insidious
Alright,
killer.
sarcophagus, it's a jar, so treasures, okay. Alright, so we're gonna have a long walk ahead of us getting back on track. Hopefully the last altar isn't too far, although of course you do want to, you know, just do as much of the place as possible, so. Hopefully we won't have new encounters rolled up against us on the way back too much. But you never know. I'm gonna let my light track down just a little bit, because we don't have to worry about encounters too much. And we probably want to camp pretty soon, so we're going to get down to that junction room, then we're going to camp. We could probably press on actually a little bit further, but this just helps us save torches. Although, you know, I don't know how badly I need to save torches. I've got quite a few left. 8 left, so we could get into that fight and be fine. We haven't had to eat throughout this entire thing so far. We've eaten like once, I think, actually. Oh, okay, we got a enemy camp spawn in front of us, so we're gonna light up our things a little bit here. Hunger, there we go, okay. I was wondering when that was gonna crop up. How are we for food, actually? Yeah, we've got lots, so... Alright, let's see what's here. This should... Oh, that's not good. I was gonna say, this should be relatively easy, but we've lost our ability to use Barbaric Yop. So we can't do the BS chain stun thing right now. Let's go ahead and try and finish people off fairly quickly. We want to kill the Arbalest fastest. So we're going to focus our attention on him just a little bit here. Yeah, this guy getting hit is definitely not good. Let's see if we can't get ourselves a little bit better information here. That's a very bad thing to get hit by. But you know what? That will have to be fine for us. Okay, so we can still use Breakthrough from back here. That's probably what we're going to do. Does represent quite a lot of damage all in all. Okay, so we're stunned there, that's fine. Quirrell again, dodge, that is great. Alright, and we're going to try and pick this guy in the face, so. There we go. That gets rid of their crit chance. Getting rid of Bump in the Night might be a good idea, even though the Bone Defender is clearly the more dangerous threat. We're going to go ahead and heal. Perfect. We're going to go ahead and use... We're just going to continue using Breakthrough, because that's what we can use from back here. And I don't want to move around too much. Axe Blade, that's not that big a deal, so we're going to be fine with that. Alright, so let's continue trying to kill this Bone Rabble. Not a crit. It's unfortunate, but that's fine. We're just going to use Shadow Fade here. Chance to crit him before he can crit us gives us an opportunity to move our formation back a little bit right. Let's go ahead and heal our tough person here. No damage, no healing, so it's not great. Not brilliant. We can Shadow Fade to get ourselves even a bit better into position here. He does resist the stun, of course, because he is highly resistant, and the Shadow Fade is not quite as good at that as the other. Oh, well, that's not terrible. Dead weight is pretty bad, though. That screws over the whole purpose of shuffling our formation around a little bit, but whatever. Alright, let's continue hitting this guy with a pick in his face. His stupid bony face. Alright, dodge, that's good. Gonna use Shadow Fade, try and get our formation back into rights. Didn't stun, that's pretty bad. Alright, that's better. That's what we're looking for. Okay, and we can just use a regular hit here. Not very much damage, but that's fine. Actually, no, that was the wrong ability. Oh well, whatever. Should be able to kill it anyway. Okay.
A trifling victory.
So,
But a victory.
that was a more annoying battle than it should have been necessarily, but you know what? It wasn't too bad. Alright, so we're gonna go for the one more room thing. Because I don't want to waste this torch. Especially if we're gonna get ambushed while we've got good light anyway. Alright, so this is gonna be on medium light, but that's okay. Just maggots. Which could be actually really annoying, but you know. Let's go ahead and flashing daggers these guys. If we get 2 flashing daggers off, we'll be able to... Oh no, we're gonna get stunned. Okay, so not gonna happen. Yeah. Drat. Oh, she's gonna need some healing pretty quickly. Okay, so breakthrough is still really great here. There we go. And Grave Nibble on him, that's fine. Oh, he resisted, nice. Okay, so healing you would be a good idea. Bleed, but no bleed, but no health. That's kind of the way it's been going here, actually. We're just gonna try and cause some damage here. Well, you just went, and you should be okay. Well, that's fine. Resisted again, good. Let's go ahead and try and heal again. There we go. That's better. That's what we're looking for. Oh, it's because I can't use if it bleeds from here. Okay, well. And that really is fixing up our sanity.
This expedition at least promises success.
Okay, and so here's a good place to use our firewood. Ooh, and we get the scout. We'll potentially see if there's a lot more barriers in the way that we'll have to have had shovels for and make. You wish I had 5 shovels or something nonsense like that. Alright, so here is a pretty good place to camp. We don't need stress reduction, so just full is okay for us. And that'll put everyone into okay health. Not great or anything. We can go ahead and cure you a little bit more. That's fine. And yeah, that's really what we want. We can improve our scout chance, which is going to be quite good. Let's see here. Unfortunately, we don't have anything that lets us really do what we want to be doing for avoiding ambush, but that's okay. I'm gonna go ahead and forage. Take all. Can we eat food here? Yes, we can. So we're gonna get a couple people a little bit more healed up if we can. We've still got plenty of food, so we're not going to worry too much about that. Pilfer. Alright, let's take that. Could come in handy. And let's, we could even forage one more time. Everyone's stress is pretty managed, so I don't feel like I need to encourage. So let's go ahead and forage one more time. Looks like we missed. Okay, well, that's fine. That's fine. Let's go ahead and rest. Just hopefully we don't get ambushed in the night. Ambush. Drat. And that does count as surprise. Ooh, that's the worst possible way that could have gone. Oh, thank you. Thank you kindly. Alright. I dig it. A run for the old gods on him is not the most pleasant thing to happen, but bleed is not too severe for that, so we're going to go ahead and try and kill his bone soldier quickly, because he actually does a lot of damage and is quite easy to kill. Okay, that's unpleasant, them focusing him. Let's go ahead and try and finish him off. There we go. No problem. And he needs to get to the far back here so he's not going to get rended by the old gods anymore. We can barbaric the op here, and that's going to make this a lot easier for the rest of the encounter. Yeah, at this point in time, like, we've sort of turned it around quite a bit. I'm going to finish off the weaker of the two here. There we go, no problems. And hopefully we'll get a chance to heal again. With her debuffed like that, it's much better for me to just really focus on trying to... Resisted and no heal. Drat. Okay, so he stopped bleeding himself. Let's resist and 7 hit points back. Okay, we're perfect here. Let's just kill this guy. Should be able to pick him to the face and just, yeah, there we go. Bit of lag there, but...
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
Alright, so there's quite a good number of encounters along the way here. We're out of keys. Do we have anything like a shovel? No, we don't have any way to get into that, so we're gonna keep going. And our light is sufficient. We're in right formation. No surprise, though. Blanket fire. Dodge, that's amazing. That's great. Okay. We're going to go ahead and start throwing daggers at this Fusilier here. Oh, nice. If we could Barbaric Yop these guys, that would be amazing. Looks like they're gonna get to go before me, though. Ooh, that's not good. I think that's bleed? No, okay. We're gonna have to heal her, it looks like. But it should be easy now that we can stun lock them in perpetuity. Alright. Let's lay down some damage while we're at it, though. Resisted and healed for 4, that's okay. Okay, that's perfect. The bleed chance on is actually quite low, so this has been going quite well. Alright, perfect. Alright, and let's just pick him in the face. We probably don't need to heal anymore or anything in Barbaric Yop. Probably just, yeah, not necessary. I was worried that she wouldn't have enough damage necessarily to finish him off by herself, but was an idle worry. Alright, we're at 76 light. We're gonna tick just over as we enter that room, so we're gonna go ahead and use another torch.
A blazing star is born.
Alright, this is not too bad an encounter. Would have been nice if we had the ambush, but we don't. That sucks, but not much we can do about that. Let's try and kill his Bone Soldier before he can put out his damage as well. Barbaric Yop here as well would be great, especially if we could kill that Bone Soldier before we did it. So this might happen. Looking good so far. And then Barbaric Yop to get the next 2. Love that ability. Just so broken. Okay, I need to heal you again. Bleed and 10. So that is a net very positive situation here. Okay. So Tempting Goblet. We're not too stressed. We're not going to worry about this. That's not a big deal. The Quarrel was what we were worried about, so the fact that he's not doing that right now is perfectly acceptable to us. Let's go ahead and pull this guy to the front so they can't Tempting Goblet us anymore, though, anyway, because it's very annoying to have to get hit by that. And let's try and finish off this Bone Rabble real quick. Ah, drat. Maybe a breakthrough or something like that, or flashing daggers even. Okay, so they're both forced to the area where they do not fight particularly well from, so that's going to be beneficial for us. We're going to take out him since his bayonet jab a little bit better than the other attack. We're going to keep trying to stun anyway. There's no point in not doing that when her damage is 60% down. And her dodge is so bad, so we don't need to heal. Gonna try and finish this guy off quickly, even if we're not using very high damage attacks. And let's finish him off here. Alright. So pick to the face of this guy should pretty much finish him off. There we go. Alright, this is going quite well. You know what? We don't need this holy water. Like, it was stuff that we found anyway, so we're not going to worry about it too much. And we're going to move up to here. I know that this way is the wrong way to finish the mission, but again, we always want to get as much treasure as is possible. Disarmed, good. How much light have we got? We're probably going to be able to get to the next room. Looks like she can do this okay. Accident occurs, resisted, okay. So nothing happened. Looks like we're gonna need to flick on another torch, so we'll do that.
Purchase, spirits are lifted.
Alright, this is a fairly easy encounter. Depending on how things go, of course. There's always chances for stuff like that to happen. Oh, man. Just when you think that life's gonna be okay, throws you that sort of nonsense. Alright, if we can get a flashing dagger on them, that would be fantastic. And this time I feel like Breakthrough is better than Barbaric Yop, since we can get those quick kills. And she hasn't debuffed herself yet, so... well, that's not terrible. Alright, you're gonna have to heal yourself. Perfect. And Breakthrough is gonna be a good ability here. Alright. Debuffed again, but... a lot of her abilities are self-debuffs. It's kind of weird. Alright. Tempting Goblet. Her stress isn't that high, but her damage is getting quite high. Gonna have to probably use a heal on her. And, we'll have to see. Stress is getting quite high all of a sudden. There we go. Ooh, that's oh, good. Good. Okay, let's throw a heal. Resisted the bleed, got healed, good. And let's, alright, that's gonna help our stress out. There we go. Back to doing good. Okay, let's leave the anti-venom since we don't particularly need it in this dungeon. They aren't hugely into that. Let's see. What can I leave behind? I don't particularly need that bandage. We've been doing pretty well without them. Because we do have healing. It is bleed causing healing, but like, it probably isn't going to worry us at all here. Alright, so stress is mounting just from adventuring, but that is to be expected in this game. Game's kind of like that. More heirlooms. Alright, another portrait. We did want portraits. We did only need one, but we got two. Alright, we're gonna... That's actually a pretty good time for that to kick in. Let's go ahead and use another torch, head into this room, and hope we get a scout. Perfect. Okay. Looks like we've got enough light for this room, which is fine. Relatively strange encounter. Good. With surprise, this becomes very, very easy. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and just use flashing daggers. We're going to kill this bone rabble real quick with the AoEs. We can kill, like, the first 3 guys with this. And then if we use breakthrough, we should actually be pretty well off. Alright, so this bone arbalest here, we can finish him off with this, potentially. There we go. Leaving them with just a very damaged bone rabble and the one bone arbalest who's in the wrong place. We could even make it more in the wrong place by killing this guy, so now there's no chance that this bone arbalest can do anything relevant. Of course, he could still crit, but I mean, it's less meaningful right now. Let's heal you up. Bleed. And no healing. Oh man, that's what you always worry about. Well, we threw away our bandages because we didn't need them. Let's go ahead and just clock this guy a couple times. And let's barbaric yop him. Your damage is so nerfed right now, it's not particularly worth worrying about it. And let's see if we can get another bleed heal without the bleed. Resist and no heal. Oh man, twice in a row. The 0 heals are just so bad when they happen. Okay. Okay, we're out of space again because we've got so much stuff. Let's have her eat a bit of food. I don't know if I want to eat all of it here, though. What can we abandon? We can increase our torchlight and then just drop our torches. I know there's enough rooms that we could make it the rest of the way without it being too bad. Like, we will have a room that we get into that is... Hidden treasure, okay. 50 bucks. But I know that we are going to get into a room with a fight net. It's this last room, but it is the last room, so... I mean, it should be okay. And again, we don't have a key, so we're gonna have to leave... Oh, no, it's just here. Okay. Well, I kind of want to continue on, just for this last room here. It's a good thing that we always keep our food in mind. We can eat the rest of it now, though, so we're gonna go ahead and do that. And then head in here. Okay. Shouldn't be too bad. I kind of want to just kill the bone soldier first again. But I'm wondering if I want to do the AoE thing again and try and kill off 3 people quite quickly. I think I will. Not a crit. That's good. Hopefully this one's also not a crit. Good. Okay, so if we do another flashing dagger, we should have a fairly easy time just using breakthrough to kill 1 or 2 of them, maybe. Oh no. That is a real bad time for a miss. Real bad time for that. Okay, so we're gonna need to heal her pretty badly. Resisted and 9 heal, perfect. Luck's turning around a little bit here. Okay, we can still kill this bone soldier with the breakthrough, so we're gonna go for it. Perfect. Her debuffs are really starting to stagger up there. This guy's got 5 hit points. We can probably kill him with this, so we're gonna do that just to get his buddy up to bayonet jab range. And let's try and kill this bone rabble as well. Oh, 1 off, really? Alright. Yeah, now that he's bayonet jabbing, I'm a lot less worried about the outcome of this particular fight. We can kill him. Only had 1 hit point left, so that makes our lives a lot easier. And then we can just pick this guy in the face. So, no problem here. I'm hoping this is not a keyed chest, though. That would be quite awkward right now. Let's go ahead and hit him. Alright. I will feast on your heart. Okay. It's a little bit overdramatic, but whatever. Heirloom chest. Alright, perfect. So we've gotten a lot of stuff on this run here. Let's go home. Okay, this heirlooms is going to tick upward for quite a while now. I do like watching it because it gives you that sense that you've really accomplished something in a level. Okay, we got a lot of stuff on that run. Hopefully these are all positive again. Nope. Dakenomania, obsessed with killing. That's strange. Slugger, okay. Now, one of our guys is just at level 3. This means he won't go on certain adventures anymore.
I remember days when the sun shone.
Yeah, veteran occultist, he will no longer go on a lot of missions with us, so. Let's take a look at the jobs that are available. We finally got a Warren's job, so we're going to start going to those. But for now, let's not worry about that. Let's go back to the estate map. Let's see if we can get a jester. I don't particularly like them, but, you know. Nope. Alright, so let's go here. Let's upgrade our guild room. Instruction Mastery, another level. So what this lets us do is anyone who's level 2, for example Dismas over here, we can upgrade his pistol shot, for example, 1 more time. And this is going to make it so that his crit mod goes up and his accuracy goes up by 5%. So this is actually a pretty substantial upgrade for some abilities. Grape Shot Blast, for example, gets that lovely 85% accuracy. Open Vein as well would get, if we go over here, 3 bleed for 3 rounds instead of 2 bleed for 3 rounds. So this becomes much, much stronger. We're only going to upgrade that once because I just want to do that for demonstration purposes. Actually, no, it's not that expensive. We might as well do it. Why not? And, but, you know, for people like this, they're only level 1, so they can't upgrade that many times. So there is that issue to deal with. If we go to our blacksmith, we've got enough to upgrade one of either the weaponsmith or the armorsmith. Personally, I think the weaponsmith is going to be the better one for where we're going. So we could upgrade that to level 3. That would be a potentially very good use of our cash. We could check in here just to see what items they do have. I don't usually use these. Like, this would be good on some characters in certain circumstances, but I don't think that's actually all that worth it. Deteriorating Bracer, on the other hand, looks like it's quite good regardless. When you're full health, you've got plus 10 to dodge. That is actually kind of amazing. I'm going to buy that. That's a big investment, but I mean, it seems like that will be worth it. So, anyway, with Face Be like that, we can no longer bring him on some of these jobs here, especially not when we're leveling up our lower level characters. We're probably going to have to take them on a job where we're not going to necessarily be doing anything too spectacular with them, where we're not doing anything to keep them alive and not necessarily do any sort of finished dungeon. We're just going to go in there to try and get what we can and then leave. Upgrading this guy's weapon is quite okay, but like the problem with lepers is actually their accuracy. It might be better for me to focus on increasing this guy's skills here, because that increases the accuracy values. Let's see here. That just increases it to heals for 5. That's not great. I forget what these all are for this guy. They're nothing I really want. Let's go ahead and just increase our accuracy on his 2 primary abilities. Let's go ahead and actually look at you as well. Yeah, your abilities are fine as they are, I suspect. Let's go ahead and look at you, because we can increase your collect bounty now, which I think is what we're going to do with him. That's all we really need off of him. And that should be okay. So a team with him, Vitalis, and our 2 grave robbers would probably be actually quite effective here. Let's go ahead and increase your thrown dagger, and that. Let's also go ahead and upgrade your weapons. So we've spent quite a lot of money, but that is okay. We should be able to manage just fine after having spent all that. We're going to go ahead and increase the bar capacity. Actually, shoot. That's... I thought that for some reason that it was the bust, but that's psychological help. Well, whatever. The bar is now a little bit more effective. That was a bit of a mistake, but yeah, it's the sanitarium that I actually should have done this with. We want to start thinking about doing this sort of thing pretty soon, in all honesty. Now, these are taking up all of my busts, but they're just basically used for the health buildings, and I don't need much more, for example, the Abbey. Like, I could increase the stress recovery again a little bit, but I've been pretty good about handling how people have been gaining stress, so I'm not too worried about that particular aspect. So, yeah, we're going to be going to the Warrens. We're probably going to take a team that looks a bit like you, and you. So this is a very high damage dealing group composition here. This is a short battle. Or a short map. It'll get us crests and it'll get us portraits, which I do desperately need portraits. But more importantly, it'll get some levels and experience and hopefully bring Curtis? I don't know, Vitalis to level 2. Bouchard is going to have to go a little bit longer before that happens, but I've got another team of people that I could send in that try and get them all up to level 2 as well. But in any event, that's going to be everything we're going to be doing for now. I hope you found this episode enjoyable, and of course, as always, I hope to see you all next time.